friends, Old Timer here again with another video for Final Fantasy XIV Online. Today we're going to take on a different dungeon. So opening up our duty log, taking a look at what's available, and the one I haven't done yet so far as a video is for Halatali. And this is an interesting one. I've run it once before. It's starting to get a bit trickier now, a little bit more challenging depending on which class you're playing. For heals, definitely a new wrinkle, and so much depends on the quality of your team. So I'm going to go ahead and join the queue for this one, and you'll see that it's just about instantaneous. One of the benefits, I guess, of playing heals is you don't have to worry about waiting too long to get into a dungeon. And here we go. We are already in. Quick overview here of the dungeon, doing a little bit of a fly through. Very different feel and look. A little bit similar to Copper Bell Mines, but there are enough differences here to make it really feel like a dungeon more than just a mine. So, cross your fingers, we've got a good group here, and Goat Boy, all right. I have a lot of faith in our tank now with Goat Boy. We also have Maya and Sigillum. So, we'll see how this goes. As long as Goat Boy can hold the aggro and the other two can handle adds and avoid aggro, should be okay. One of the good challenges, this dungeon, the mobs are starting to ratchet up the amount of damage that they are dealing. So keeping up with heals can be a challenge if the tank is under-geared or under level. And here he is on the lower end. We're all 22, 23, he's 21. And not horrible, but it could just add a little bit to the difficulty level of the dungeon. Looks like I've got some aggro here that I'm hoping our tank is going to pick up. At the very least, one of our DPS. Not looking good now. There we go. Trying not to draw any extra aggro from the unpulled group over there. Alright, so there is a section of the dungeon in a little bit that will really tell me at the very least, whether or not this group has any experience with this dungeon. Just a matter of whether or not they choose to fight while in the water. I was in a group earlier that did just that thing, and we wiped, and not a huge deal. Groups wiped. Not anyone's fault. We learned from that, and we fixed that mistake and didn't have any issues from that point forward. But we wiped, and even then it was just like, dude, we have to go back to the beginning of the dungeon. Okay. Oh, look, there's a shortcut. I'll take the shortcut. Boom. Within a minute, you're back to full, you've got your gear, you're ready to go. It's not, at least not at this point, it's not a damning mistake. It doesn't mean, in a lot of dungeons in World of Warcraft, you're looking at sometimes an hour to recover, to one, get back to the entrance of the dungeon. They don't even put you back in the dungeon like they do here. In World of Warcraft, you're back at your spawn point, and if that's a long ways from the dungeon, it's going to be a while. It's a pain. And some dungeons are just incredibly difficult to get into, and then you also have the issue with respawns. And so far here, I have not seen respawn as a thing. Now, I may be wrong. I may be ill-informed here, but the one time I've had to come back after wipe after dying in the dungeon, everything was empty up until the point where we left off. That's pretty darn nice. Again, it's eliminating that extra punishment that isn't, in my opinion, necessary. And Final Fantasy XIV has done a really good job with it. Now this is an interesting, challenging bit here, because there are ads of sorts, and they can definitely wreck a group, especially if it's a group of under-geared, underpowered folks. And it seems like we're okay, but it really does depend on eliminating those ads. 30. Alright, tell me I really don't have to stand heals, brother. Spam heals I will not do, but I will definitely do. Come on now. Definitely need to keep Goat Boy on his feet there. So my AoE heal does a pretty good job. It's just a bit slower, so I've got to make sure my timing is okay on that. All right. I've already got that, so we will just hop on up here. I'll switch over to do a little bit more DPS then. Looks like Goat Boy is confident in his ability to overcome. Long spell. There we go. Although, honestly, I don't see what's wrong with spam healing. Sets my mind at ease. As you know, all it takes is one mistake and your tank is down and your group is out of luck. But I will add some DPS. I've been doing better about that. When I have the chance, I will, especially my dots. But gotta make sure my goat boy stays on his feet. Now I have seen a lot of characters with little subtitles there, the heart of the party, like we send to Maya. I think I've already got that one. Yep, I'm actually wearing it. I'm sure it's an achievement of some sort. If you know more about that, if you'd like to share in chat what the deal is. I see the heart of the party. There's other titles similar to that, hand of the party, or I don't know, I can't remember. But if you know more about that, I'd love to hear, because I haven't seen any information on that yet. I like finding new things. Types of loots I haven't seen yet. I am looking forward to leveling up my pugilist and my rogue. And I'm learning that there are different ways to do, I guess, challenges or dungeons to level up your DPS. So you don't have to rely on trying to get into dungeons like this, which is good because it's been a challenge. And I'd really like to get in here as my archer and my lancer, just to get used to working in group settings as a DPS. And it's possible. I know it's possible. I've done it. It's just, it's a 20-minute, 30-minute wait. And that might change as I level. But at this point, yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, now we're down to an interesting, difficult fight, depending on the group. Go Boy says, water is spooky. Hang out here. That is a fact, and I hope they follow suit. Good. Throwing a bit of a dot there. And I'm all the way up. Lay down some hurt. Put some DPS in there. Got a dot on him. Gonna retreat back to the water and start calling in his boys. So basically, he's just electrified the water, and you don't want to be standing in the water right now. And that's what we came up against that first time we wiped when we did this dungeon earlier. When I say we, not the group I'm with now, is me in a different group. But yeah, it was no fun, for sure. Wondering if his any dots on Thunderclap reset while he's not there. All right, time to be a healer for a bit. Make sure we don't die. You know. dying is kind of lame. Yeah, he's invulnerable while we've got stuff out here. So it's just a matter of burning him down when we have the chance. So I'm going to throw in some DPS here and avoid heals until necessary. And so far, Goat Boy's done a good job, and boom. Well done, ladies. Greed and greed. Good. 2 pieces I don't have yet. So if you've seen these videos before, you see that I just greed the gear, mainly because we don't have a lot of time. Typically, a group is are up and ready to go. And cool. I plan on running this dungeon and others in the same level range as often as possible, so I'll get the gear that I need and the gear that I want. A lot of times I'll greed and other people will pass because they've already got it, so I end up getting that gear. So I've done pretty well so far in getting the gear that I need. So no worries on my end about what I get or don't get. Ludus door. There's a treasure coffer back there. You sure you guys don't want to go get that? Alright. They're anxious to get to the boss. And here comes said boss. Pretty cool fight, this guy. I like this one. It's challenging in different ways. But this guy's pretty good. He's a pretty good beast. Up into the zone here. Let's rock. Open up the dot. Throw in some DPS. Not really my specialty. My DPS is rather weak, but every little bit helps, right? Going all the way in there in the lava. How about that, girl? Okay, back on the boss. Ooh, looks like our DPS is taking some damage. Pretty straightforward fight. Just paying attention to the ads and the area of effect attacks that we do end up receiving, either from the boss here as he tosses out some flaming missiles, or from the wandering ads that come in. But with a good group like this, not too bad. Okay, so I've gotten the bow. I've already gotten the ring. I'm not sure if I can equip 2 of those. We'll see. Can I breathe? No. Can I breathe that one? Yes, I can. All right. Well, it'd be nice to be able to have 2, because I do have 1 equipped currently. Ah, someone will need on the ring. That's cool. How'd I do? Did we get anything this time? Well, we did end up with the Pugilist's Arm. Nice. Okay, so that is a level, what is that, level 22. So that'll be in my armory chest for a while, except I don't have any room in my armory chest because I have so many classes that I'm getting gear for. Right now I've got equipped some level 5 gear because my Pugilist is level 6. So that'll be sitting around for a while. That's okay. I do need to do some cleanup here. I've got a lot of gear that's taking up space, and I need to do some research on that because I understand you can go and use the armoire in the inn, I believe, and eventually when you get your own house, you'll have lots more spaces to store stuff, I think. And if you know more about that, feel free to leave some comments in chat. You saw something you liked, you didn't like in that last run through, feel free. Leave a message in chat. You want to say hi? Do so. Leave a message in chat. I'd love to hang out with you, talk with you. So far I've gotten some amazing feedback, some great commentary, some wonderful pieces of advice so that I can approach the game from a stronger point. Anyway, thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like, subscribe. All of that really does help the channel. Leaving a comment even helps the channel. Every little bit helps. So thank you all, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. This is Old Timer signing off. Take care.